So one of the early Hasidic masters was the Bas Ayin. He's buried in Sfas. And it says in the Bas Ayin the following in Parshas Vayeishev. It says 3 months later they told Judah that your daughter-in-law Tamar committed adultery. So hine bekisvei Harizal. The Arizal, Rabbi Isaac Luria, the great master of Kabbalah, who's also buried in the same cemetery in Sfas, he said that the final seal, the end of the high holiday season, is on Chanukah. The last day of Chanukah, it's also Chanukah. Imkain, if that's so, Nachalei Meshizem Rumas Psukim Elu Al Derech Zeh. So Bas Ayin says, having this in mind, it's possible that the following is hinted to in these verses. It was about 3 months later, Hainu, Rosh Hashanah and Chanukah. Rosh Hashanah is Ikar Gemar Chassidus. Around 3 months later, after Rosh Hashanah is Chanukah. That's the main time when everything is finished. From Rosh Hashanah, Al Kain Boa Mekatreg Al Bnei Adam Neber Elonim Baruch Hu Shemrumas B'Tevis Yehuda Loima Zonsa Tam Kolakowski Hainu Knesset Yisrael Shadam L'Sam She'it Mechuna B'Shem Kala. So he says that the prosecuting angel came before the Creator, who's hinted to with the name Yehuda. If you take away the Dalet, it's God's name, saying that Tamar your Kala, meaning, in the story we translate Kala as the daughter-in-law, but Kala we know means the bride. That your bride, the congregation of Israel, which is compared to a Tamar, which is compared to the date tree, the palm tree. Zansa, the Sarmimcha, she went away from the proper way as if she committed adultery. V'holchach is Emunah, and she went after these sins. It's sheholchach her taivus liva her ra. It's not enough that she went after the evil desires of her heart. Elashagam hi harlus nunim. She's pregnant from these sins. Ahara hi bechinas devekus. Pregnancy means the connection. That meaning that not that it's something exterior. Generally we say that sinful nature, sins, this is exterior, this is a klipa, a shell, but deep down inside we're always good. It doesn't mean a piece of God. It means that there's a connection, a pintaliyid, that's always connected to God. But yet, the Katrik, the Satan, the prosecuting angel, is saying that it's something essential within her. It's this desire, this lust. So Yehuda says, meaning God says, if you take out the Dalet, it's the name of the Lord, take her out and burn her. So why? Meaning that since it's so far that it's not just something that happens to be, but it's an essential aspect of who she is, you have to take her out and burn her. So he makes us, they found her, so she sent back to her shver. The Tamar sent back to Yehuda, and we say that the Knesset Yisrael sent back to Bar Elamim, that the Jewish people sent back to God. Leimar saying, "Besnatzlus shel emes shesheka honor asatan b'zish mekatreg al bnei adam." I have to tell the truth, because the Satan is a liar. These things he's saying about the Jewish people, shehem dvukim begoydel tshuka l'taivus rois. This that they're connected with so much desire to evil lusts. Ki emes hu kach shirak ish asher elo loy nihara. The one I'm pregnant from is from these. The one who gave me these three things. Perish. What does it mean? Shenachnu amay dvukim rak b'bar elam baruch hu shemekara chesed machve elo loy. That we are His people, we are only connected to God who is the source of kindness, and the word Elolo, these are to him, is the gematria of God. U'ma she'nachnu oisim lefom and neged ritzon Baruch Hu. Sometimes we do things against God, God forbid. Rach machmas rev tirdus is man, tirdus parnasa, v'sham arish b'nei Yehudam. It's only because times affect us, the difficulty of making a living affects us, other things that happen to people. But really, in the deepest part of our hearts, we're connected only to God. And want to see a real, true proof to this? Please recognize to who belongs the chosemes. Again, we're saying this, it's in Parshas Vayeishev. You can find this in the book of Genesis, chapter 38, verses 24 through 26. These three verses the Bas Ayin is commenting on. Who belongs this? Judah gave to Tamar a signet ring. Who belongs this signet ring? This hints to the oil of the Ner Chanukah, the Chanukah lamps, that the oil in the original miracle of Chanukah was stamped with the sign of the high priest. But psilim, now that Rashi tells us psilim here is talking about his overcoat. That's a strange word. Psilim means threads, so he's trying to be cool. These are my threads. No, why this word psilim? It's because it's hinting to the wicks. Psilim ramas al psilis shel ner Chanukah. This is hinting to the wicks of the Chanukah lamps, the Chanukah menorah. V'mata ramas al kli shel ner Chanukah kidu k'tevis pamata im hakol gematria kli. And the mata, the stick, the staff, the cane, Judah's cane, this hints to the vessel that holds the light of the Chanukah menorah itself. Because kli, which means a vessel, is the same gematria in Makol as hamata, as the staff. Perish mitzvahs ner Chanukah she'anu mekayimim k'mitzvahs ritzoncha kodesh he raya mefereshes she'nachnu holchem rak achar tzenecha. When we light the Chanukah left, we're demonstrating that all we want is to follow you, God. B'chashukim v'devukim rak bach. We're only connected, we only desire you, Almighty God. V'loich has v'sholma. And not, God forbid, anything else. Like the Satan was lying. But once in a while we do something wrong. We're sorry, we're not perfect, things are too difficult these days, and that's why. And what does God answer, represented here by Judah? She is more righteous than me. That's what it says there in the verse. That so to speak, we can't really, in a matter of speaking, if we were able to say, God say He's responsible for this. That God admits that they're right. Truth is, they're only connected to me, they're only attached to me, says God. But so why isn't it that they're not doing things right? Because I didn't send yet my son, I didn't give her to my son Shelah, was it me? These words Shelah, which is the name of Judah's son, it hints to the true Messiah. Even though we generally say it doesn't, not talking about son, not necessarily talking about Mashiach, but we say until we come to Shiloh, meaning it's hinting to the idea of Mashiach. Hainu, machmas shezez man rav lo nasati masati oisim l'roi neman Mashiach tzikaini sh'yovim he'rimein umen ken yirutzain. That the reason why we do things wrong is because It's been a long time and I didn't send them over, I didn't give them to a faithful shepherd. That is our righteous, true Mashiach, who should come soon in our days. Amen. So may it be God. That's the teaching from Bas Ayin.